Hello guys, it's Anime What If Media, and today we're gonna be continuing what if Issei had the gamer abilities. Now some people were kinda confused, like the gamer, like the way I titled it. Like just imagine like you wake up and next thing you know it you have like gamer abilities. It's similar to how Sunjin Woo had his gamer abilities and kinda not at the same time. So that's what you know. And for the ship, I was gonna do Sona, Tsubaki, and Seraphol, but I'm gonna like I want to keep Sona because there's not that many Sona ships, but you could either choose like someone from Sona's peerage. And Zenobia is gonna join Sona's peerage as another knight because just say that she doesn't have a second knight, alright? Because I think she has like two bishops, of two like one rook, a queen, one knight, and Sanji with four, and another pawn with like two pieces. Like that's how much she has. Like I didn't know if she has a second knight. If she does, then Zenobia is going to be a second rook because she doesn't have like another rook. Because Zenobia could be like a knight or a rook, honestly. The way that Zenobia fights, a rook would have been like a good piece for her if she didn't use a sword. But so like the ship, like Sona, like I won in the comments, and they said like one person said like they didn't like Sona, Shibaki, and Seraphol in there, and they just said because how they are in canon. Just to let you know, when I do what ifs, when it comes to ships, it's more relatable, so more relatable and different from canon. So don't expect like the canon personality that you see. Sure, they might have canon personality for right now, but we know the main character power of changing people's hearts could happen, and or that's gonna happen eventually. So just to let you know, Sona is not gonna be like how she is in canon. So don't try to quit watching this series for now. Like wait until I make another series before you decide like to quit. So now Issei gets back to the student council and do like some packs. Like do some packs. So he gets a pact, like someone trying the student. This used to be one of Kaniko's regulars, but now offering stuff from the student council, and Issei gets this, and it's the same guy that he meets. He can use the magical teleportation because he has mana, like a humongous amount of mana in his container, magic container. That's what I'm gonna call it, just like in Fairy Tail. So he teleports inside that man's house, and he says, "I'm the devil that you summoned. What is your desire?" Just like Lucifer from that show. Like, what is your desire? So you see. Anyways, so so he says, "What is your desire?" And he said, "I was hoping I summoned the girls list so they could do like some cosplay, but what can you do?" And he explained that he has an ability called Gamer. He He's right now level 45. He downloaded Fairy Tail and Dragon Ball world methods, so he can use Ki and some Dragon Ball attacks and use Fire Dragon Slayer magic. And the guy's like, so cool. Can you show me a Kamehameha? And and he said, we might have to go outside of it. And he's like, all right, I'll drive you to a place, drive you to a safe place so you can do it. So Issei performs the Kamehameha, and the man's like, you just made my day, honestly. And he gives him a pack of one of his limited edition manga. Like, it costs a lot, and he has like two of them. So he gave one to him. He's like, "You earned this, and this is for your pack." And Issei was actually looking for this type of manga too. So he's like, "Thank you, man." And he gets his pack and he shows it to Sona, and Sona be like, it's just like a light novel. And like, you say just a light novel? Over like it's over 2 million yen just for one copy of these, and yeah, two. And Sona be like, that's expensive just for And Issei says, it's not just a light novel. It's something better. And he tells her, like, read the series, you will enjoy it. And Sona be like, whatever. Like, she tries it, just tries it, and she's addicted. Like most new anime watchers and manga readers, once they read like the first two books or watch the first two episodes, they get addicted. So, anyways, he be doing packs. He be getting packs with multiple people. Like he be doing better. He be hustling. Like honestly, he be doing good. And the Fallen Angels, like Sona told like Issei, because since you're good at disciplinary committee, why don't you do like patrol to check if the Fallen Angels doing any suspicious things? Like, so with your gamer ability, you could probably use your stealth ability to be like stealthy, and they won't sense you like legit. And Issei be like, bet. So he goes to the abandoned church, and because of gamer ability with gamer's body, um the holy places thing, like the bad negative effects, it won't affect him that much because of the gamer's ability. How like some minor weaknesses you could like reduce it, so he won't be affected by holy places that much. So he goes use stealth, sneak in and use eavesdrop, and he hears like they're gonna use like a nun for sick gear, and he tells Sona this, and Sona be like, let's save the nun because she's excommunicated. We could like save her and make sure we could like let her join our side. Like we could let her like be under our protection and probably like give it to Rias. Issei is saying like, is that really like a deal? Like honestly, and sure. Sona explains the reason why Reese had to do that, and Issei understands, like, yeah, Ryder's a douchebag, but to go that far, though, like, she'll give Rias the benefit of the doubt, but they might hand it over to Rias to, like, make her bishop, but if she tries to do anything, like, wrong to Asia, they will report this to the higher-ups. Like, they will. And let's just say the Maos are not that much of a siscon. Siskin or Siscon, because they're leaders. They can't let their sister faction interfere with their work. So Issei ends up meeting Aja, and he tells Aja what he is, and he's trying to save her, and he knows her backstory, so there's nothing wrong with her. Like, she's like scared of the fallen angels now. Like, honestly, they were planning to like kill her and take away her sacred gear. And here's this nice person trying like to help her. So he takes Asia to Sona, and Sona will be like, alright, this is good. So they explain to Rias the situation, and Rias is like, alright, let's raid this church. Once they go to that church, both peerages this time, once they reach there, let's just say the knight and one bishop of Sona's crew and Akiba stay and fight free, whilst the others go downstairs, and all the rogue priests and all the rogue priests there is being handled by everybody else, whilst Rias and Ankano are handling like the two fallen angels outside, whilst everybody else is handling them. And Issei wants to like fight Rainier. Like she did try to like kill him, try to seduce him and kill him. So she said, "I'll fight her then." And the devils tried to like get this information so they could give it to Beelzebub, Ajuga, so they could find a better way without killing the user. So if some humans don't want their sacred gears, like if it's like a curse to them, like some people really didn't want their sacred gears because of how much bad attention they get, like they could remove that sacred gear and give it to someone who's compatible with the sacred gear. Something like that. And so they collect the information they hear about the extraction, and they send it to Ajuka, and Ajuka is like thankful, like they could find a way to like extract sacred gears for some users that are criminals and they have sacred gears, so they could take away the sacred gear, or are war criminals. Some humans, unfortunate humans that don't want their sacred gear, so remove. So he'd be working on that. And honestly, after that, Sona gets a note that all her pieces are qualified for middle class exams, and honestly, the middle class exams are gonna happen before the Riser arc even happens. So, and because Issei be pulling up his contracts and packs, the rest decide to follow his example. So they be doing good, destroying some stray devils and doing contracts. So they were all qualified for a promotion. So everybody took the mid-class exams. And they did the exams, and everybody actually passes. Now it's gonna take a long time for some people to get high class, but it is what it is. Now, when it came to the Riser fight, when it comes to Riser coming into the Reese's club room, Sona is there just for more support, so the whole Sona's peers is there too, and Issei be just sitting there chillaxing, minding his own business, talking to Asia. And Issei sees Asia as a sister. So, none of that, guys. None of that in the comments. And Riser comes, so does Grafia. And Grafia introduced him to everybody. And he's saying this guy's a douche, honestly. He used to be a worser version of him, but his darker side be kind of acting like him, And Issei like shuddered because he could have turned out just like Riser if he didn't watch himself. Because honestly, Issei could have turned out just like Riser if he didn't get a reality check soon. So, so Riser be doing all this stuff. Rhea seems uncomfortable. And then Riser sees like Issei nonchalant look like, why is this kid like not? Why is this guy not fearing in my presence? Because everybody's a bit tense except the Graveyard because she's stronger. Like Issei's stronger than Razor Easy Ass. All right, but but not like he's a bit stronger, but that training day time will get him like higher. But anyways, he'd be like, why are you not quaking in your feet? And Issei says, because I'm stronger than you. And he says, what is you, like a low class? And he's like, I'm mid class, not low class. And Roger says, mid class? How long have you been a devil? And he's like, honestly, like a month now. I've been pulling my weight and I got the exams and I finally passed. And Riser like surprised, like this guy's been a devil for a month, or like a few weeks, or a month to a month, and he already became mid class. Like honestly, and he's like, huh, just because you're middle class doesn't mean that you can defeat me. He's like, you do you. Like he's nonchalant about it. Like he's not trying to cause a problem. And Riser is trying to like show superiority. It's like superior, like Riser has like something against Issei. Like Issei has done nothing to this man's, and he's trying to start a fight with Issei. Issei's just minding his own business, and Greyface sees this like she could sense the magic and aura off him like a battle-hardened warrior. Because he is. He goes through dungeons. And he can sense that he is stronger than Riser, but not by that much, but stronger. So, Riser and Issei seeing this and seeing the look in Sona's eyes, like, so that's why I'm here. And, like, he gives Sona that look. And like they're speaking telepathically. Nah, let's just say the gamer ability has like party members, like they can speak telepathically. And he said, guys, like Sona, are you thinking what I'm thinking? And she's like, yes. Provoke him enough that you try like furious. And he's like, alright, okay, I'll do that. And he does exactly that. And Riser summons his whole courage and be like one of his weak, like that Rook with that staff thing, try to like hurt Issei, but Issei stop it with like a pinky. And he's like, was that supposed to like do anything? He flicks her and she goes back. And he'd be using like ki to strengthen his strength, so just a little bit, but not enough for people to actually notice the aura coming off. And they're like, Riser's surprised, and he's like, Riser, I don't like the attitude that you're giving off at all. You're trying to provoke me just because I wasn't scared of you, and you're trying to marry someone against their own will. So Riser, I challenge you as the Red Dragon Emperor. Red Dragon Battle. at Red Dragon Emperor, me and you, 1v1. 1v1. If I win, Rias is free from any contract marriage and she could choose whatever she wants. If you win, he thinks to Sona, like, can I offer myself up? And she's like, yeah, I know you can win. So he's like, you can have me as a piece. And extra piece. And Riser says, a Red Dragon Emperor on my side. Ha ha ha. I'll take you. I'll fight for this bet. And Grafia says, like, this was supposed to happen, like, Rios fights first before him and Riser. Rios says, like, why did you do that? He's like, it's mostly Sona who came up with this idea, and I just followed through. And she thanks Sona, and Sona will be like, no problem, that's what friends are for. And when it came to the training, the peerage go to the hyperbolic time chamber because they downloaded Dragon Ball and Fairy Tail stuff. And they be watching anime, so they know some moves, some magic too. Requip magic. All of them know requip magic, even Issei. Just like for different items and stuff. So they transport to like a hyperbolic time chamber where they get a year's training in a day. And they be doing that for multiple days, so they have like Issei do be training. Like they be training for 1 day or technically a year in there. But Issei, he be staying there for more. He tells like his disciplinary buddies and Keno buddies like, hey, I'm gonna be out. And let's just say Kenta is a vice president. He's just an OC that I just made up. Just in case, like when he's doing supernatural stuff, you be like in charge. So Kenta, the vice pres of the Kendo Club, and his deputy be in charge for right now. So that be happening. He trains in the hyperbolic time chamber. He unlocks Balance Breaker, honestly, during that time. Like, he has the power to unlock Balance Breaker, and just because of the drive of trying to fight this narcissistic ass, I'm not gonna curse in this narcissistic, the word that I just said, legit, no narcissistic douche, like, show him his place, so he'd be training for that long. Then he finally watches Reese's rating game. She lost, honestly. Lost. Like, they did do some sort of effort, but they lost. Then it was Issei against Riser, and that was broadcasted around the whole devil. Like a mid-class devil fighting like a high-class devil. And they be fighting. And honestly, that fight, it'd be one-sided because with Fire Dragon Slayer magic and Issei already being half dragon, he could easily go to Dragon Force easily. So he's in Dragon Force, eating some of Riser's flames, and he tells Riser his flames are like disgusting. Like, honestly, he used flames with my left hand, flames in my right. Combine them together, Fire Dragon, Brilliant Flame. And he attacks Riser. Riser kind of is unfazed, and then he's like, alright, let's turn up the heat. And he goes to like Dragon King mode and uses Fire Dragon Slayer Secret Art, Crimson Lotus. And this actually does something to Riser, and he says, if fire's not gonna work, he says, Sea Dragon Slayer, roar, and that be messing up his day, and Issei does a lightning dragon's roar, and it shocks him. Then he'd be using his wings, his dragon wings, to like fly up and just knock him out, and he's down for the count. Like the whole place see like how strong he is. Like he's a mid class, but like has a strength of a high class. Like and made some mid class and lower class devils to actually train hard to try to be like that. Like they got the power and everything, and try to like surpass their limits. So he be inspiring people already. And Maliseed is like a mid-class devil who just been recently promoted, like not so long ago, is already this strong. And then Seraphon says something like, "This mid-class devils have two sacred gears," and the Malos are like, "What? How do you know this?" And like, he's part of my sister's peerage, and he says, and he has two sacred gears: the Red Dragon sacred gear, the boosted gear, and the gamer gear. He has abilities like a video gamer, and he could download things that he's seen like on TV. So if you guys seen Dragon Ball and they say yes, like they seen Dragon Ball, like he teleported to he made his own hyperbolic time chamber and went there. It's just that he doesn't age physically, but train on a year's time span in like a day. And they're now understanding, like, he had like 10 days, 10 years worth of training, so he'll be like a mid-class with 10 years experience. So they finally understand that now. And I'm gonna be doing a what if after this one. So I'm gonna see you guys later. Make sure to get this video like, subscribe, hit that bell notification, and see ya.